Dave, I'm also known as Infected Flinch, and this is a review of Transformers Age of Extinction. Yeah, I went to see it on Friday, so I had a day to digest, process what I could of the film. Now, I am a big Transformers fan. Now, this is the thing with Transformers fans, okay? Everybody always claims to know they know more about the next person, and it's annoying, to say the least. Which is why I don't do as much Transformer-related reviews as I used to. I mean, I know enough. I know quite a lot. I do. By the way, that is Beast Machines behind us right now, which was never well regarded, but I loved it. I thought it was a great series, and so was Beast Wars. I thought those two were great. But this was the thing with a lot of Transformers fans. Because it's new and different, nobody will like it. And that is one of the things that gets on my nerves with Transformers, if I'm honest. So yeah, I mean, that is the start of where I'm going with this. There's a lot of spoilers in this, so if you want to go away now, because there is a lot of stuff I have to talk about in terms of the film and what it's all about, and I will let you know when that kind of happens. Right, so let's put it in straight terms. It's a bad film. It's a bad film. It is absolutely balls out awful in bits. It's terrible. However, because I like Transformers a lot, I loved it. And it hurts every fibre of my being to admit it. It's bizarre. It's almost like the film I wanted right at the very start. The very first film should have been this, and it would have been alright. I think we could have actually had a good series in front of us. There's just some weird bits that don't make any sense unless you've actually physically watched the cartoons or read the comics. Otherwise, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, spoiler alert. Right, basically, in the film, there's this company, KSI I think they were called, which I believe was the same company that might have been in Transformers Animated, the Japanesey style show. And essentially what happens is they find the head of Megatron, which is like Transformers Animated. They find the head and they stick every wire they can into it, and they remake robots from his head. So basically reverse engineer it. So it's nothing new. So they reverse engineer stuff from his head. And they managed to make Galvatron, which I think is a pretty cool idea. But there's a big huge problem with the film, because it decides, hey guys, we've been making this element that makes the Transformers, and we've called it Transformium. No, seriously, that's what they call it. They call it Transformium. So essentially what they decide to do is they go, hey guys, you know what? Transformium, right now, Transformium has made this. So if I want, I can change this into this. Oh, I've just magically made it change into something else. However, there's a big huge problem with it, because it doesn't tell you exactly how it works. They decide if they put it in their hands and they think hard enough, it suddenly becomes something else. And it's, yeah, it's a cool idea, but where's the scientific basis for it? Where did you get it from? Just because you stuck some stuff in, I mean, in the animated series, they basically re-engineer it and make drones and stuff, which is where they're going with the film, the new one. But does it? I mean, like when there's this like professor, like, you know, guy, and he's got a gun in his, well, he's got a My Little Pony, and he changes it into a gun. Seriously, he just goes bloop, like that. But there is nothing to suggest how he did it. Did he do it with will? Did he do it with emotion? Did he do it with thought? Doesn't matter, it just happens. And a stylistic approach with that as well, which I really didn't like. The Transformers, the bad guys in this, the Decepticons that are made from this new element, they swirl. Yeah, so basically, instead of it kind of going into something else, he basically, imagine them driving like that, they'll swirl, basically like remolecularize from that into the Transformer. And I didn't like that. I thought that was a bit lazy. I understood it from a story point of view, but I was like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm going to get all the bad stuff out of the way first. There were some... Right, so you've got the main guy, the dad and the daughter. Michael Bay's a sexist bastard anyway. If he can get a bum shot or a titty shot in there, he will throw that in as much as he humanly can. You've got to pretty much... I mean, fair enough. I like that kind of thing, which is fine because that's what you're going in for. But he objectifies women like crazy, and he's doing it with a 17-year-old, which is legal for us, fine, but over there it's a bit of a thing. But he has this weird thing the whole film with the dad and the daughter. It almost becomes a bit weird and incestuous. It's really off-putting, because every other line from the guy Cade, whatever the fuck his name, Marky Mark, the line is, I'm here to protect you, I want to protect you, I'm going to defend you, I love you, I'm going to protect you. It gets on your nerves, because you just think, you've said this 7 times. We get it, you love your daughter. If you want to fuck her, do it somewhere else so we don't have to see it. And it really gets weird, really weird. There are some weird human relationship scenes that don't make any sense. There are some really balls out weird parts as well, where he basically, the main character, he's only met the bad guy who, well, not the bad guy, he's like a in-betweeny guy. He's the guy who makes the Transformium. He's really fun, he's cool, Stanley Tucci or whatever his name is. He's a cool character, he's funny. But basically, all of a sudden, Marky Mark knows Stanley Tucci's number, rings him up and goes, I'll find you, I know where you are. And it's like, hang on, what? Where did you get his number from? How did you find his number? You've never had it before. Well, you've been on the run for the past hour. How did you just go, yeah, I know your number, I know where you are, I'm going to find you, you need to stop this nuclear bomb. Yeah, see you later. And that's literally what happens. Oh, and fuck me. Yeah, right, there's a bit where they decide, yeah, there's this thing called the seed, which never really gets explained. It's a giant bomb that can change everything into Transformium. And they basically decide to go on the run with it. Even the guy who's made the new Galvatron, he goes on the run with Marky Mark and the rest of them. And there's this Chinese bin who says to Stanley Tucci, go on the roof, you can hide with the bomb. Why? Why? The CIA's after them, the FBI, a Black Ops operation, and a Transformer with a giant fucking spaceship, and this Chinese woman says, oh, hide on the roof. And it's like, why? Why with a tactical nuke would you hide on the roof? It makes no sense. And there's another bit where they actually are running away from the spaceship and it's sucking up all the metal from the floor because it just thinks, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And Optimus and all of them drive towards it, not away. They go towards it when they're on the run. And it makes no sense. They just, I mean, it's a brilliant action sequence, but you just think, why the fuck are you going towards the big giant spaceship that's trying to kill you? You're supposed to be running away! But the thing is, I sat there with an inane grin on my face the entire way through it. And I just sat there completely in awe of it, because I just thought, does Michael Bay know how stupid he is? Or is he aware that he's that stupid and he's putting us all through it? It's such a weird feeling when you watch it, because most normal people that don't like Transformers would have walked out and just forgot about it. But I dare say it, they actually decided, oh, let's put some character development in here. And they did pretty well for what there was. John Goodman was Hound, who wasn't a triple changer. But he was pretty cool. Hound was really cool in it, actually. You also had Drift, who was Ken Watanabe, and he was a samurai. And also, spoiler, as Few said as well, he's a triple changer. Yeah, triple changer. Thing is, that triple changing sequence where he turns into a helicopter. Right, this is the other thing. Drift wasn't a triple changer. Hound was a triple changer. So why did he get the triple changers? Hound was actually Cup. He acted like Cup all the way through. Drift was Hound. Crosshairs, don't know who he was, but that was the other guy, Crosshairs. He was, that was John DiMaggio, the guy who did Bender. He had a cloak and a cool coat and proper guns, and he was pretty badass actually. He was actually quite cool. Who else did we have? Bumblebee. Fed up with him now. Who else did we have? There was one other. Who was the other? Sure, there were one more. No, I think that might have been it. They actually stripped it down quite a lot, to be fair. Ratchet died in the first 10 minutes, which depressed me because I liked Ratchet. He went. He's dead. He ain't coming back. But the whole point of the film, right? There's a bad guy in it called Lockdown. Now, Lockdown, they pretty much got spot on from the animated series. He was nearly there. He was almost within an at's cock of being Lockdown that we all knew from the animated show. I just wanted it to be Lance Henriksen doing the voice, but hey, you know, you can't get everything. But he was cool. He even had the hook for a hand at one point, and you know, he was just, and he changed into a cool ass car, and you know, he was awesome. Yeah, so he's a bounty hunter who's after Optimus because he's basically being paid a job. And that was close with him because he was pretty much a bounty hunter the same way. He did the Circuit Sue like he did in animated, like Jazz did. You know, he had all that kind of stuff, which was pretty awesome. But this is what I mean. I know all this because they're pandering to me. No one else knows this. It's just a robot kicking the shit out of somebody else. Optimus was just bitter beyond belief, and it was quite nice for him to be like that because after 3 films and he's protected him and now they're after him. Oh yeah, Kelsey Grammer, he has he just basically gets blasted by Optimus and that's it, he's gone. He just gets wiped out in one go. But yeah, it's an odd film because I enjoyed it very much. And I didn't want to. I actually wanted to say, no, there's a lot wrong with the film. There's a lot wrong with it. But I wasn't. I think everyone's been a bit bad and saying it's this awful. But I thought it was pretty good. Sorry everyone, I actually went a bit blank there. I don't think I'm quite right yet. But no, the other thing is the Dinobots. Now, the Dinobots, I don't think they were well represented here at all. The Dinobots are my favourites, they always have been, and it's really badly put together because they go on the ship and you don't realise it, but Grimlock's actually been taken away somewhere by Lockdown, and there's a bunch of swords somewhere that basically Prime can use like he used to do in some of the Cybertron stuff, was when he was a bit of a knight with his big huge fuck off sword. And he suddenly realises the only way I'm going to get help is if I use Grimlock. So he goes back into the ship once it's crashed and he gets Grimlock out to help him. Now, it's so badly done because I just sat there and I turned around to my partner and I just said to her, "Did you know that was Grimlock?" And she went, "Who's Grimlock?" And it just literally is just like, there's a dinosaur now? Why is there a dinosaur? Wait, hang on. Why is there... Wait. And it literally goes like that. It's like, hang on, whoa. What? Oh, no. But it's cool. The dinosaur bits are absolutely amazing. But it is just like, why is this happening? What's it happening for? And I think this is the problem with it. The film needs to be watched in a cinema. You need it up in your face. If you watch it on your own TV, you're gonna be disappointed. You'll just sit there and think, what the fuck am I watching? And it literally does that to you. So, in conclusion, Age of Extinction for a Transformers fan is amazing. And for me, I wanted to hate it, and I didn't find enough wrong with it, but I loved it. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, because it's a bad film, and that's the thing, it's a bad film. But if we'd had this from the very beginning, and Frank Welker was actually Galvatron, they got there eventually. But you know what I mean, it's just, it's odd. The whole thing is odd. Anyway, that's Age of Extinction. Sorry for all the spoilers. So comment, like and subscribe as you normally do, and yeah, go watch it if you're a Transformers fan. If you're not, I wouldn't even waste your time. Bye!